Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I want to go ahead and start out by saying I am trying a new filming setup this week. Normally the room I film in, there's not a lot of natural lighting there. I film by a window, but it takes me about 20 minutes to set up my tripod just because there's not really a good spot for it. So I moved into my office and I do have a lot more natural lighting in here. I just have like these fluorescent lights, which is kind of why I avoided it to begin. So hopefully this is a better setup. We'll see when I go into editing, but we're giving it a shot, so I just want to get that out of the way and address it. And yeah, so I'm here to do a new release video. If you haven't already checked out my shop launch video, I will link it down below. But my shop, BeanSprout Paper Co, is now open on Etsy, and I have a couple new releases that are going to be coming out this week. Some of them are already up in the shop, and some will be releasing throughout this week. But if you haven't watched that video, again, I highly recommend checking it out. In that video, I kind of walk through the name of my shop, the reason behind the name, my colorway options, my kit names, and my kit formats. And I don't want to get in too much detail about that. I just kind of want to show you what is new and coming out this week. So go ahead and check that out. And without further ado, I have two kits coming out, two monthly kits, and well, two weekly kits, two monthly kits, and two functional items along with a sampler. And we'll go ahead and just jump right in. So the first thing is this Scoot sampler. Scoot is my little fur baby. He is a Yorkie, so I modeled this little character guy after him. Let me see if I can zoom in here, focus. But yeah, so this is just a little sampler of some different actions involving Scoot. One, he is sitting, and then he has this little bath, and then he has one where he's just standing, and then there's a little head tilt and one laying down. So this is on matte paper. I did not print one out in glossy, but I do have this little freebie. So this is on glossy paper and this is on matte. There's a pretty obvious difference, I think, between the two papers. I think it looks good on both. It just depends on your preference. But yeah, so for the matte, it will retail for $2 and the glossy will retail for $3. So this is the Scoot sampler. So next up is a functional item. I'm probably going to zoom out just a tad here. Okay, and this is a Billet Doux. So it comes in two different color options. The first is a bright, and the second is a neutral. And this is also available on matte and glossy. For the bright, let me go ahead and show you the difference. So this is on glossy and this one is on matte, and that is the difference between the matte and glossy as far as like the color goes. Not a huge difference. And then as far as the neutral, here is a side-by-side. So this is going to retail two ways. The first is you can get an individual page in either matte or glossy in either colorway. For matte, it's going to be $3.50, and for glossy, it will be $4.50 if you got one individual sheet. Or you can order them as a set, so you would get one of each colorway, and together it will retail for $5.50 regardless of your paper preference. So whether you are a matte person or a glossy person, ordering them as the set is definitely a better deal as far as like finances go. You get more bang for your buck and you save a buck doing it that way either way. So whatever your preference, you can get individually $3.50 or $4.50 for matte and glossy, or either one as a duo for $5.50. So that is the Billet Doux. Next up is a birthday tracker. I love these. I use them all the time to mark just my friends' birthdays. You can write the person's name in this box and then maybe their age if you want to. But yeah, so this is also available in the bright and neutral colorway. So here is the bright and the neutral. And then as far as matte versus glossy, for the neutral, here is a side-by-side. So this is matte and this is glossy. And then for the bright side by side, this one is matte and this is glossy. So again, you can order these individually in matte or glossy for $3.50 or $4.50, or just like before, you can order them as a set for $5.50. So it depends on your preference, but that is the birthday tracker. So moving into my monthly kits. I know it's already halfway through July, but I liked my July one and I didn't really get the listing up quite in time, but I am going to be listing the July one just because I like it, and you know, there are people who may not have July up right now or like in their planner and can back plan, and I also don't have it formatted for like the year, so you can always buy it and use it next year. Like you can just adjust it however need be. But I did not explain the monthly kits in my shop overview video, so I want to walk through those really quick. Each of my monthly kits is 4 pages long. The one difference is, like, depending on how the month is set up, I will have to like reformat a little bit to keep it 4 pages. So for example, so August has these 3 days are July, whereas July goes straight across. So based on that and how I need the big tall box or whatever you call it at the top to be formatted, I kind of adjust the format, but the contents of each of my monthly kits is always the same. So you'll get the same stuff, it might just be laid out different page by page. So I'll start with July because that comes first. So I did film a plan with me on this. I don't know if it's going to go up or not. I just need to finish editing it. But this is the July monthly kit. So the first page, you get your 2 strips that go up at the top, and they are formatted for the Erin Condren, so it is Sunday to Saturday. However, I know like Happy Planner, I think, is Monday through Sunday, and a couple other planners. So if that is how you prefer your dates, I will gladly rearrange it. You just have to write me a note when you purchase, like a note to seller, and I will adjust it to your planner style or format. So yeah, so you get your 2 strips that cover the top, and then you get some date covers down here. The next page has 4 quarter boxes, 4 Billet Doux, and 4 birthdays, just like this, the functional items I just showed you. And next up you have a functional page, so you have some time strips here to mark off like strips of time if you're out of town or whatever. And then you have your flags of this month, Independence Day to cover up Independence Day. You have 2 tall boxes and a 2 heart checklist and a 3 heart checklist, and those are formatted for the sidebar. So if you stack these along with the 3 headers that you choose with a this month, that all covers the sidebar in an Erin Condren. So that's how that's kind of formatted. That's just how I personally like it done. So that's how I do it. And then you have a couple headers up here. It says events, top 3, next month, birthdays, goals, and appointments. And then your final page has a strip that covers up the bottom part of July and a box that fills in the an empty full box that are parts of August. And then you have a little August calendar down here as well. You have 6 paydays, and then you have these little strips that you can use as appointment labels and some icons. So that is the July monthly kit. And this is also going to be available in matte and glossy. I do not know off the top of my head how much it, or I don't have a glossy printed out. I'm sorry, a matte printed out. But the matte will retail for $14 and the glossy is going to retail for $16. So I don't have one to show you in this kit. However, it is available in matte as well. So July monthly. My next monthly kit is an August monthly kit. And with this one, it is 4 pages as well. So the first page has a big large box here that covers up the first half of the month at the top, and then the second half is on the second page. Again, I can change the layout of the dates or the days of the week depending on your planner if you just write me a note. So you have that box, and then you have your strips, your time strips down here, and then you have some labels here as well that you can use as time strips or labels. Next up, you have the second half of the month. You have a small September calendar for the bottom part of the planner. You have a this month for the sidebar. Then you have some headers that say events, top 3, next month, birthdays, goals, appointments, bills, and important. You have some icons and some flags. Then you have some half boxes, Billet Doux, and birthdays. And then you have your date dots, and then your checklist for the sidebar, some labels, and 4 paydays in this one. So again, that is the August monthly kit. It is available in matte as well, and I do have a matte one of this printed out. So to compare, here is the glossy and here is the matte version. So not like too much of a difference. But that is available in matte and glossy as well. $14 for matte and $16 for glossy. So August monthly. So next up, moving into kits, I'm going to zoom out just a smidgen. So we are getting into fall, which is crazy to me because 4th of July was literally like less than a week ago. But this is my first fall kit that I am releasing. Again, if you have not watched my shop launch video, I walk through how these kits are formatted in more detail in that video, so definitely check it out. I don't want to sit here and kind of like explain the full format. I just want to walk through like page by page. But this kit is called Autumn Calling, and I think it's just so pretty and so fun for just like early fall. It's not really too deep into fall. It's a nice, fun early fall kit. So again, Autumn Calling. All of my kits do come with an option to add on glitter headers for $2 in matte and $3 in glossy. So that is available for each kit option, but the first one is my Alpha Kit. So this one comes with a tall box, and you can customize the skin tone and hair color for this. When I walk through the other kits, I use different skin tones and hair colors in those, so you can kind of get an idea. But this is the first thing you get with the Alpha Kit. It is a tall box with a girl. Next up, you get your deco sheet. And then you get your full boxes. I think these are so, so pretty. I fell in love with this art like the minute I saw it. These two actually connect to make one like complete box. And the quote says, "Leaves are falling and autumn is calling." So hence Autumn Calling. So that is your full box sheet. And then you get your ombre heart checklist with your weekly checklists. You get your headers and your littles. Your box sheet with the 9 half boxes, 6 quarter boxes, and 9 appointment labels. Your functional page. Your weekend banner page with the top flags for the Erin Condren and some washi. And some script icons as well. And then your final washi page with your date covers and date dots, along with an additional washi at the bottom. So this is the Autumn Calling Alpha Kit, and this one is going to be available in matte and glossy as well. This one is on glossy. Let me grab a matte very quickly so you can compare. So here is the matte and here is the glossy. I personally think this kit looks way better on glossy, just because it's more vibrant. All my kits look better on glossy in my opinion, but I really like this one a lot more on glossy. So it is available in matte as well, and you can customize the girl's hair and skin to your liking. It will be available for $21 in matte and $23 in glossy. And again, you can add on the glitter headers for an additional $2 in matte and $3 in glossy. Sorry, you hear my little guy barking in the background. So yeah, so that is Autumn Calling Alpha Kit. So next up is the Runt Kit for Autumn Calling, and like I said, this is just an example of how you can customize the hair and skin tone. But the first thing you get are the date covers and date dots. You get the same full boxes as the Alpha Kit, the same littles and headers, and then you get your condensed functional sheet, and your bottom washi and some solid washi, the flags for the top of the Erin Condren, and a weekend banner. So this is also available in matte and glossy. It is $16 in matte and $18 in glossy, and this is the Autumn Calling Runt Kit. And with this one, there are a few add-ons you have as well. So you can get the deco sheet, as an add-on, and the deco sheet is $3.50 or $4.50 for matte or glossy. You can get the tall box, which will be $2 or $3 for matte and glossy, and then you have the glitter headers, $2 and $3 as well. So these are add-ons, and this alone is the Autumn Calling Runt Kit. And last but not least, you have the personal kit. So this is a 4-page kit, and the first page will have your full boxes, which again will fit the Erin Condren horizontal or personal, or you can adjust for the vertical. Watch that video below. I don't really want to go into too much detail, but this is the first page, script icons, flags, and then you get your sidebar washi here. Your next page has the weekend banner, some littles, headers, Billet Doux, habit tracker, some icons, and the weekly checklist. And then you have your half boxes, quarter boxes, and labels, some stackable washi. And this is to show you when I mentioned earlier, the 2 boxes come together to make a scene. This is what the scene would look like. So yeah, then you get your heart checklist. And your final page with some deco, solid washi, date covers, and date dots. And just really quickly, once again, you do get the washi that stacks if you put it together, which is why you can put it inside the Erin Condren vertical, depending on your planning style. So that is the Autumn Calling Personal Kit. And this one, you can also do the same add-ons I mentioned before. It's really just your preference, but alone, this kit is going to retail for $12 in matte and $14 in glossy. So the next kit I have available is called Sweater Weather, and the Autumn Calling Kit I think is more of like a transitional fall kit. Like you can use it in the earlier months when it's still kind of warm and getting a little cooler. This I would say is definitely more in like to deep fall, where it's like definitely getting cooler, just because the colors are a lot deeper and richer versus the Autumn Calling is a lot more like pastel and fun and bright. So this one is Sweater Weather. Again, it is available in the 3 different kit formats. So starting with the Alpha Kit. Sorry if you can hear my little dog scratching in the background, but he is in the room with me. So first you get the tall box. Again, you can customize this to fit your skin tone and hair color. Then you get your deco sheet. I love the little Yorkie. I think it's so cute because, again, I have a little Yorkie. And then you get your full boxes. The quote says, "Sweater weather is better weather." And then you get your ombre heart checklist and your sidebar checklist. You get your headers and littles, your half boxes, quarter boxes, and labels, your functional page, your weekend banner, script icons, and solid and patterned washi, and then your bottom washi page with your date covers, date dots, and some additional flags. So again, this is the Sweater Weather Alpha Kit. It is 8 pages long, and it will retail for $21 in matte and $23 in glossy. And just to compare with this one, let me see. So this is the matte and this is the glossy. So I definitely recommend glossy for this one as well. And with this, you can do the optional glitter header add-on for $2 or $3 depending on if you get matte or glossy. So that is the Alpha Kit. So next up is the Runt Kit. Again, this is available in matte and glossy, and this is an example of changing the hair and skin tone. You get your date covers and date dots, the full boxes, headers and littles, functional page, and the bottom washi, solid washi, and weekend banner. So this is the Runt Kit. It is 4.5 pages long, I guess, because of this little guy here. But this is available for either $16 in matte or $18 in glossy. And with this one, you have the option to add on the deco sheet for $3.50 or $4.50, and the glitter headers for $2 or $3, and the tall box for $2 or $3 as well. So that is the Sweater Weather Runt Kit. Last but certainly not least is the Sweater Weather Personal Kit. So the first page, again, you have your boxes, flags, and some icons, your weekend banner, your littles, your headers, and some other functional items. your half boxes, quarter boxes, and labels, stackable washi and checklists, a little bit of deco, solid washi, date covers, and date dots. So this is, again, the Autumn Calling personal kit. It is available for $12 in matte and $14 in glossy, and you have the add-on options available for this as well. So that's everything that I have coming out or releasing now on my shop. I still think it's a little crazy that we're getting into fall kits, but you know, I always say that every year. It's like, oh, the year's going by so fast, but it always goes by fast. So yeah, so I have the 2 weekly kits, the 2 monthly kits, the functional items, and the Scoot sampler available. So whatever your preference, I definitely recommend checking it out. For those of you who have already bought from my shop, I've had quite a few sales in my first 2 weeks, as far as like, I think the average of like how many sales a shop normally gets within 2 weeks of opening. So I'm very, very thankful for that, and I really hope that you guys will check it out. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more planner related videos. Give this video a thumbs up and comment down below. And until I see you guys in my next video, bye y'all.